So this is a little segment I like to call Artists Geeking Out Over Art. And below me, you can see I put one of my favorite paintings from one of my favorite frickin' artists on the planet, Nathan Fowkes. How to Train Your Dragon, Prince of Egypt, and many, many more. This one is from Puss in Boots, the movie. Now, the thing that I love about this, first of all, there's so much depth to this. You can see the main character right here. And look how many different layers there are. It's like you have this layer where you have this character right here, right in the foreground, and then you have these tiny little, I love how you have these tiny little people here, because the cat is obviously much smaller than the people, but in this composition, in this environment here, in this composition, they are smaller than him. And then there's the lights that are, coming from the cars or something on the ground, illuminating the building. And then you have these lights, and then you have these lights from inside of the building, and all sorts. There's so much going on here, yet there's such harmony as well. The other thing I want to point out are the subtle value changes here. Yet we can see everything here super clear. Let me bring out my HSB here, and let's take a look at some of these colors, right? So these are some of the brightest colors here, and you can see that the black is only at 27% here, and then it goes as dark as 6. It doesn't go to black, right? So many times we just push that thing all the way to the end for what? When Nathan Fowkes doesn't even need to make it that black. His control of values is just fantastic here. It's really neat to investigate. The other thing I want you to notice is that, a lot of times artists, we will blur things out as we go further and further back, for example, right? To create a sense of depth. This, when you look at the background elements here, there is no blurring out. Right? All this stuff back here is still super sharp. Like, why? How did he make that distance? Right? When you look at the values up here, they are the same kind of values as down here. A lot of times as artists, we would maybe make the value range smaller as we go further and further back. Sometimes, it's the opposite, things like that, but we make a difference. This has no difference. Mind-boggling how he put this all together. But it doesn't need to be mind-boggling anymore, because you can learn from the master himself, Nathan Fowkes. January 5th, he has 2 classes open. One is on pictorial composition, and the other is on environment design. Classes start January 5th, so now you know what you want for Christmas, and he'll see you there, only on schoolism.com.